June 10th, the day I will never forget. It was this day, my college got officially over. When the clock struck 1 p.m., we handed our theory answer sheets and left the exam hall with heavy heart. I saw my friends hugging each other for one last time. We knew it was a part of our life, but our heart refused to accept it. After emotionally draining last moments with my friends, I vacated my room. Packed with his luggage, Amrit waited for me at the entrance. Together we left for railway station, with silence giving us company all the way. Soon, the announcement was made that my train will arrive in few minutes. Once my train arrived, "See you later," I said and got up to board my train. As I was about to board, "Best friends forever?" he spoke, controlling his tears. "Best friends forever." I repeated his words and hugged him. Carried away by the moment, tears flowed for both of us and we began to laugh, wiping our tears. As the train started, I waved him one last goodbye as he disappeared into the crowd. Within 2 months, I received my call letter, but my posting area was far away from home. Taking this as blessing in disguise, I rented a 1 BHK room near my company and shifted my belongings there. Night times were bliss, as I would wear my sister's pink sari which I had snuck while shifting. Usual Facebook chats continued with my CD friends, especially with Raji. We would share our photo snaps and would tease others of their pose. I would take pictures of myself in different girly poses and saved in my personal laptop in secret folders. This continued for a couple of years, with Raji occasionally coming to my place for sessions. Soon my sister got married and moved to Canada to live with her husband. Once my sister got settled, my marriage talks surfaced, for which I blatantly opposed. Crossdressing was one of my major reasons behind my rebellion. No woman in this world will accept her husband in woman's dress. Especially in India, where people still follow strict gender norms, would dismiss my desire as evil. With rebellion continuing, my parents began to emotionally brainwash me, stating their desire to see their grandchildren before they die. Not wanting to break their hearts, I agreed for marriage. Thus the circus commenced, with each suitable bride coming to our home and we going to their home made me fed up of marriage. I would vent my anger to Raji every night. Her daily routine was to advise me to respect my parents and adjust my opinion in accordance to their wish. With no end in sight, I ditched my opinion and decided to marry whomever my parents point to. One day, I came across Aruna's profile while browsing a matrimonial website. Mesmerized by her looks, my parents contacted her family and arranged for a formal meeting in their home. I fell in love with her madly as she came out of her room to greet us. Her boldness and humor in her speech instantly made me love her even more, and at that moment I decided that she is my wife. Soon, we got engaged and our marriage date was fixed 6 months from our engagement date. With Aruna's home located near my office, I took to beach and theatre whenever I could. On one such weekend, I felt severe headache and messaged her to cancel our plan. Wanting to pass my time, I began browsing through my cross-dressing pictures, remembering those moments. Ding dong, the sudden calling bell sound startled for me a second. Curious to check who it was, I carelessly left my laptop open. I saw Aruna standing outside and opened the door to let her in. "How you are now?" She placed her palm on my forehead to check my body temperature. "Take rest. I will prepare lunch," she said and walked towards kitchen. Just as I was about to lock the door, "Who is this woman?" She noticed the picture in my laptop and questioned me. "Shit, still Facing the door, I cursed myself for my carelessness and decided to fabricate a story to convince her. Unable to come up with any credible story, I decided to let her create her own. Take a guess, I smiled nervously. She began to think seriously, looking at the picture. Fortunately, picture was my school drama picture, which I took a soft copy for memories. Your sister? She started her guess. No, I laughed back. School friend? College mate? Crush? She began to stack her guesses like a mountain. No, was my textbook reply. With none of guess right, she began to annoy me to let her know it was. Okay, I will tell you. I gave up to her persistent annoyance. It's me, I let out the truth to her. She was awestruck and looked at my picture and me in succession. No way, she said with her eyes were still glued to my laptop. You look beautiful. Still couldn't take her eyes off the picture. I quickly took this opportunity and closed my laptop. Just as she was about to begin again, I quickly explained about my drama performance in my school and diluted the topic. Then, I diverted her attention to my headache and requested her cook lunch. Fortunately, she forgot the picture and left to prepare lunch. Phew, that was close. I breathed a sigh of relief and went to sleep. But that night I was deprived of it. My cross-dressing life took dominance in mind. What happens if Aruna finds out? How will she react? What if she leaves me? These questions burnt my heart. With nothing to lose, I decided to tell her the truth and let her decide whether she still wants me. Next day, I called her to meet me at a park nearby my apartment at 6 p.m. Even the gentle breeze in the park could do nothing, as I was drenched in sweat. As my watch struck 6 p.m., I saw Aruna coming in distance. I quickly wiped my sweat and produced a fake smile at her. What happened? Anything important? She had hit the bullseye. Shall we go for a walk? I started to tremble as I spoke. Sure. She started to walk beside me. Is everything alright? Any issues in office? She once again directed her question at me. Nothing. I just wanted to talk you, I stammered again. Go ahead. I am all ears. She was eager to listen what I was about to say. Have you heard the term, cross-dressing? I slowly dealt the subject to her. No. What does it mean? She was curious for my explanation. I explained the term in detailed manner to her. Why are saying these things to me? She put forth her question to me. I took a big breath to calm myself before the storm. I am a cross-dresser, I broke the truth to her. Sorry. Though she had heard me, still she asked me to repeat. Aruna, I am cross-dresser. I like to wear women's clothes. I explained her my past. Her bright face became dull as I continued. By the time I completed narrating my past, she was utterly devastated and her eyes were filled with tears. She got up and left the place without even looking at me. I felt guilty for crushing her dreams of marrying a man. Following days were nothing short of hell for me, as she neither attended my calls nor replied to my messages. Deciding that she does not want me, I informed my parents to cancel our marriage by placing myself in the firing line. Unable to convince me of my stand, my parents informed her family about my decision. As soon as it reached Aruna, she quickly called to meet at the same park by evening. I reached the park by 6 p.m. and sat beside her to inform my final decision. I don't deserve you, I said to her stone-faced. There are better people than me in this world, please marry one of them. I am sorry to have disturbed, Ed. She slapped me so hard her fingerprints got imprinted on my cheek. Stunned by her action, I sat still without knowing what to do. "How dare you to stop our marriage?" she shouted at the top of her lungs, and she slapped me. I thought you did not like me." She slapped me again as I spoke. "Who said I don't like you?" she shouted again. "You did not pick my phone." "So," I spoke with puzzled look. "So, you decided to stop the marriage," she interrupted me again. "Look, I love you and don't care about your past. So, stop this nonsense," she ordered me with stern voice. "Okay." I nodded like a child and smiled. "If you love me, why didn't you pick up my call?" I wanted to know the reason behind her actions. "I was angry," she said bluntly. "So, now you are not angry?" I asked, still trying to understand her. "No, I forgive you," she said and walked towards park entrance. "Women." I sighed for a moment and followed her to the entrance.